Ever dream of waking up to the sounds of the waves crashing against the beach every morning? Well, today we're going to talk about the not so peaceful things about living in a condo, the noise. Let's go. What's up, everybody? It's Kristen Weller here with the Emerald Group, and this is Life in Navarre. So today I'm pretty excited about this. We're going to talk about something a lot of people overlook: noise in condos. We think about it for our primary homes, if it's on a busy street or if it backs up to, something commercial that might be busier. But why don't we think about this stuff for our investment properties? Well, today I'm going to talk about it. So today I'm at Beach Colony Resort. This condo is pretty unique. It's on Navarre Beach. So before we talk about all things noise in a condo, I wanted to show you this unit and kind of talk about Beach Colony so you can kind of get to know it a little bit better. Let's take a look. Before we get started, I wanted to say thank you to Ciano Land and Properties for letting us showcase their beautiful listing. So this is unit 9A in the West Building. It is a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom condo, kind of on the corner. We'll talk about it as an end unit, so it's an A unit, so it's an end unit, and it is listed at $1,080,000. Let's take a look. So all of the units in Beach Colony Resort are 3 bedrooms, except for the B units. Those ones are 2 bedrooms. They're all pretty much laid out the same. Some of them are a little bit different, but for the most part, you're gonna get the same kind of space. So let's take a look. All right, so we have our foyer here, little entryway. In this unit, you've got your laundry right off the side here. So from there, you've got a choice of going down this hallway to the other bedrooms. You've got a choice of going straight forward to the kitchen and living space, or you can take a hard right and go into the owner's suite. We're gonna start off with the extra bedrooms over here. Pretty standard setup. They're really spacious though. And with this being an end unit, you actually get a little mini balcony that overlooks the bay. So you do get sound views as well. And while we're up here, I'm going to show you the parking lot. So like I said, there's 2 buildings, east and west, and they each have tennis courts on top. So part of all the amenities, which I think is one reason why a lot of people do like this condo, it is very well taken care of, and there's a ton of amenities. All right, so this room, like I said, they're all really spacious. That's a full-size bed, and then that door actually goes into the bathroom that we just saw. This unit has tile throughout. Here's your other bedroom. Again, another full-size bed, another balcony. This one has a private bath with a shower. Let's go check out that owner's suite. So you've got your closet there. I'm not going to go into it because they have all their stuff in there, but it is a walk-in closet. So here's something that you'll kind of see sometimes. When it is a second home or it's their primary residence and they're just not there, maybe they're visiting somebody, everybody will pull in their balcony furniture because you never know when a storm might come. And lucky for them, the last couple of days we've actually had some pretty nasty storms, so they were smart and did that. So king size bed, like I said, these units are all really spacious. Here's your bathroom. And there is not only a shower stall, but your tub, and then lots of natural light. And then you do have access to your balcony over here, but we're gonna go the other way around so we can see a little bit better and not mess up their furniture. So when you're on a corner unit like this, you do get a ton more natural light, just because you do have a lot more windows. So here's your eat-in space, pantry. The kitchens in these units aren't terribly big, but it's big enough. Especially because if you are going to use it as a short-term rental, typically your guests aren't making huge meals here. But I've seen some really cute things with this little nook. People will like build in like a little bench seating and table. Let's go take a look at this balcony. Now, Beach Colony is one of its unique features are these rounded balconies. Now, I wish the furniture was out here so you could get an idea of how big these units are, how big these balconies are, but I mean, it's huge. So this unit has a direct Gulf view. And then that's the east building there. There's an outdoor grilling area as well. Smells really good. So let's get to know Beach Colony. So it is built from 2003 to 2009, and as I've mentioned before, there's two buildings, the east building and the west building. Each building has roughly 19 floors with 4 to 6 units per floor. So it's a lower density type condo. HOA dues range from $2,800 to $4,100 quarterly. Rental projections for these units are between $90,000 and $110,000. And for most of these units, that's going to reach that 10 cap that we like, which is, remember, when your gross rental income is roughly 10% of your purchase price. So these all make really great short-term rental units, as well as if you were going to do it as a second home or your primary home. There is a gated entrance. There's a huge pool, tennis courts on the tops of both of the parking garages, and there's parking garages. So depending on where you park, you could also have covered parking. fitness room.
Hello.
I won't get you in it, I promise. Thank you. Have fun. And a community room.
It actually went over that. I know. I just had to be in Florida. I just had to be in Florida. Well, I don't know. I think wherever he is.
So I hope you've gained some insight so far on Beach Colony Resort here in Navarre Beach. If you have, I would love to see a thumbs up, ring that bell, and get subscribed to our channel so that you don't miss out on the next time I post about Navarre Beach or the surrounding areas. So I hope you've gotten acquainted with Beach Colony Resort, but now for the reason that you clicked on this video, let's talk about noise in condos. When you're looking to purchase your short-term rental investment, there's some things that you want to look at. So you want to look at how much the HOA is, what it covers, if the unit rents well, if the unit's updated, if there's going to be any bigger maintenance issues in the foreseeable future that you have to plan for. I mean, there's more, but you get the idea. Those are the obvious ones, but something that everybody overlooks is the noise. So I've come up with 4 kind of categories of noise. So you can kind of check those boxes when you're looking for your next short-term investment property to see if it's something that you can deal with or if you want your future tenants to deal with. So the first of these is your balcony noise. The second of these, I'm gonna call it your front door noise, so that walking area in front of your door, if it can be kind of noisy sometimes depending on where the unit's situated. The noise from the pool or the beach, and then your elevator noise. So let's talk about that first one, the balcony noise. This condo, Beach Colony Resort, is a really good example of somewhere that could potentially have some relatively loud balcony noise, because I'm going to turn you around here. You're really close to your neighbor's balcony. And then you could potentially, this one wouldn't be so bad because there's really not enough room on those back balconies over here to really put any seating, and they're kind of far enough away where you're not going to hear them. But depending on where your balcony lies, noise is obviously going to travel towards the water, because that's the way we're going to, if you're out here on the balcony, you're more than likely staring that direction. So for us, we might not hear too much from those guys, but that balcony and the next balcony are definitely going to hear us. So now let's talk about pool and beach noise. So generally speaking, if you're from like the 5th or 6th level down, you're going to get considerable amount of noise from the pool. Keep in mind though that most condos do have hours, like pool hours, for their pools. So generally speaking, it opens around 9 or 10ish and it goes till maybe 9ish at night. So as long as you're sleeping after that, you won't have too much to worry about. But also think about this, a lot of people traveling with smaller kids want to be on those lower floors, especially if they're traveling with a grandparent, because the grandparent will sit right here on this balcony and then watch the kiddos play at the pool. So for some people it might be a negative, but for other people it might be a pro. So that's one you just kind of have to maybe take into consideration how you want to use the property, but either way, it's something to think about. So this unit is on the 9th floor. I'm going to turn you around. Now, there are some little kiddos playing down there, and I can definitely hear them, but I can definitely hear that pool or the beach more, the waves on the beach. So in this particular unit, and I think it's really just because I'm kind of tucked back in here, I think if I was on one of those farther out balconies, I wouldn't hear the pool noise as much. But let me try to back up here. I'm kind of like in a alcove a little bit from these buildings, so I think the noise from the pool is actually bouncing off. So in this particular building, you might need to go up a couple more stories if you don't want to hear pool noise. Now those kiddos are at the age where they're going to be taking a nap soon, so you're not going to be hearing them for too much longer, but still, those are just things to think about. If you really don't want to listen to any kids, while you're out here enjoying your coffee or your wine, you're going to want to go farther up on the levels. So if you're thinking about purchasing a condo here on Navarre Beach, you're in luck. I am not only your friendly Navarre YouTube expert, but I'm also a real estate agent. So in a second here, if it's not already up there, you'll see my contact information pop up, my phone number, email. Reach out however is comfortable to you, and I'd love to help you out. Okay, so let's talk about front door noise. So this is another thing that a lot of people don't take into consideration. If you're using it as a short-term rental and it's during peak season, it can get kind of noisy in the front door area, especially if they're coming home from the beach and the kiddos are loud, or if you've got maybe some college-age kids next to you or adults that are coming home after a night of drinks on the town. It can be a little loud too. So let's kind of talk about that for a second. Beach Colony Resort is a really great example of they've mitigated the noise level at the front door really well. So this floor, this 9th floor again, it's got 6 units, but they're all pretty much separated except for the N2. But you've got this really open area here. 1, it's a great view, but 2, it helps the noise escape. So we were at 9A, which is right here, which has its own little alcove area, so the noise will potentially stay there. It does have a neighbor here at 9B, so if they're coming home a little loud, you might hear a little bit of it. But remember too, the front part of this unit is a laundry room, so the chance and likelihood of you really hearing much from this unit is going to be slim unless you just happen to be standing there. But the other cool thing about Beach Colony is because it's all open, it is literally open to the very top floor down to the bottom. So just more chances of those noises kind of having a chance to escape out into the open. Now, this floor, they do have their HVAC units, but it also has some white noise effect to it, so it can also kind of drown out some noise from people passing by. So again, most of these floors have 6 units. The N2 are kind of grouped together, but then that is unit C, which is all by itself. You do have your 3 elevators here. Then you've got D, that's all by itself. And then you've got E and F over here that are just situated the same as A and B. And again, with all that open air here. So the thing to keep in mind is if the condo is set up more like a hotel where there's hallways, it's going to be loud. Even if the people being loud are at the other end of the hallway, it's still going to echo throughout that area and you're going to be able to hear it. Whereas something like this, if somebody's loud, you're going to hear it no matter what. But if it's just people passing by, coming into their unit, or coming home after dinner, things like that, chances are very much more likely that you're not going to hear a lot of it because the noise is escaping out of the open areas. So my last tip is the elevator noise. So that simply said is just check how close you are to the elevators, because when people are standing here, they're going to be more loud because they're kind of trapped in a sense, waiting for the elevator to come up or come down to come get them. So if you've got people that are just loud in general, you're going to hear it a little bit more. So in this example, those 2 units that have their own entry might get a little bit more noise here, but in the grand scheme of things, there's 3 elevator banks here. There's only 4 to 6 units per floor. So chances are better that you're not going to hear too much of it. And besides, when they're waiting for their elevator, they're not going to wait here because there's no view. They're going to wait just off the side and look over there until they hear that ding from the elevator. So you might be thinking, why am I bringing up this in a video? Why am I taking a whole video to talk about noise? It's because typically when you're looking at your unit for the first time, you're looking at it on a turn when people have already left and the next group of people haven't checked in yet. So in general, it's typically a lot less noisy. All right, so that wraps it up for this noisy video. This channel is still in its infancy stages. We've just started it just to be focused on Navarre. So I'd love to see what kind of videos you guys want to see in the future, whether it's educational about the buying and selling process, whether it's more information on Navarre itself and attractions and things like that, or home tours, or whatever. Comment down below what you guys want to see and I will make sure it happens. Can't wait to see you guys next time.